The following program contains scenes with extreme violence, some coarse language, and material that is intended for an adult audience only. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
That's what happens when you come to Bombville. You get busted open. Sick and tired of the American Patriots running into my matches. I have been here since the first match at Monster Pro Wrestling. No one has fought more than this ring. No one has fought harder for garbage like you than has beer in my matches. You stole it from me. There's only one way that we can have a match, or none of you guys can get in this ring. Is to wrap each and every one of these ropes in barbed wire. The fans are going to see Darren the Bomb Dalton and Massive Damage lose just a little bit more blood. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life.
Welcome, fans, to another edition of Monster Pro Wrestling Madness. I'm Martial Art McNeil, the voice of Monster Pro Wrestling. Beside me, as always, he'll keep on fighting to the end. No time for losers. He's the Versace Biker Ripper. And folks, you picked a great night to tune in. This is a very special edition, our Night of Champions, as Heavy Metal challenges night for the Junior Heavyweight title. As well, our main event, MPW Heavyweight Champion Massive Damage tries to settle the score with Darren the Bomb Dalton in a barbed wire match. Ouch! What do you think, Ripper?
I say shut your play-by-play hole. And you know what? You know who I saw today?
Who?
Everybody I looked at.
The comedy stylings of the Versace Biker, everybody. For some, it's about honor. For others, glory. Others covet it for power or for their own twisted reasons. Whatever their motivations, the Junior Heavyweight Championship has rapidly become one of the top prizes in Canadian independent wrestling today. The champion, Knight, will do anything to keep the title in his own twisted grasp, including retaining the services of this man, the Sicilian Assassin. The challenger, Heavy Metal, whose greatest hits include victories over the entire junior heavyweight division. It's a long way to the top if you want to be the champ, but Heavy Metal is just one step away. Don't go anywhere. It's Heavy Metal. It's Knight. It's for the Junior Heavyweight Championship, and it's happening right now on Madness.
Pardon me, Heavy Metal's been the #1 contender since April, and Knight has been the champion since April.
Well, let's see if he can get it done tonight.
Collision course.
Unlike you, I don't think you've ever got anything done in a night.
No, it takes me a long, long time to get stuff done. 3 days. Somebody help me out here. I'm going blank.
The referee holding up that strap, showing the MPW fans what this is all about.
Good cover, Yukon. I don't think anyone noticed.
That's what we call a save.
Great save by a true professional. You should take some notes while you're here, martial art. At least I got your name right for once.
Yeah, I'm very proud of you, Ripper.
How many months did that take?
I don't know, Ripper.
Remember the first couple shows, I didn't even know who you were.
I didn't know who you were either, Ripper.
I don't think anybody knows who either of you are.
Everybody knows who I am.
Well, everybody certainly knows who Yukon Jack is. He's our new commissioner. And also on the radio now and then.
Is that? Are we going to? Does that constitute a handshake? Was that a little half-assed, if I got to say so myself?
Serious sign of disrespect.
No code of honor being followed here.
Heavy Metal definitely has this capacity crowd of 500 in his corner.
I think so. They're definitely chanting for him.
A proverbial 500-man foreign object in the tights of Heavy Metal.
Ooh, that was a good one. I'm writing that down.
I wonder if Heavy Metal's going to get up there and jam with this.
And just when you think this goes, nice amateur takedown, and Knight going straight to a submission hold. And Heavy Metal had to go to the ropes. Knight, I think, caught Heavy Metal off guard there, as he often does.
Heel hook quick.
Knight is so quick, so explosive. And the thing is, people look at him and they think he's slender.
Oh, he likes
but
to
he's
stay
deceptively
lean.
explosive.
He works hard to stay light. He's dangerous.
He's just like a snake in there.
He knows it.
And you can't really get him in holds. He has ways of, he just slithers out of there and then hits you with those kicks.
Slick, if I could describe him in one word.
Like a python.
He's got a whole list of submission moves that he could employ at any second. He's got 100 ways to end a match.
Both men taking it to the mat. Heavy Metal currently on top with the hammerlock. Knight rolling out of it and going back to the leg and then over with a headlock of his own.
Normally when you see these junior heavyweights, it's a lot of high flying, a lot of fast-paced action up in the air. These two taking it to the mat in the early going.
Absolutely. And that's the trick. All these people have trained with Monster Pro Wrestling and all of them extremely fundamentally sound. That's something that really gets emphasized.
You want to put him on the mat, then go to the top.
Fireman's takeover by Knight.
And he's letting Heavy Metal think about it. He out-wrestled him. Now he wants to let him think about it, get in his kitchen.
That's right, and Knight, a master of mind games. And I have to take a time out here to talk about this crowd. Every time you think they can't get any louder, they bring it up another notch. Folks, these are the kind of fans you'll find at Monster Pro Wrestling live events. Make sure you check out our website, www.monsterprowrestling.com, for locations and times of future shows, as well as DVDs, other merchandise, and how you can be a part of the action at the Monster Pro Wrestling training facility.
You know, if I might say so, these are the kind of fans that you'll find at Two Guys with Pipes in West Edmonton Mall.
Much like this, just a little bit more laid back.
I don't know what your guys' obsession is with plumbing. My dad's in the union. There's no pyro there, but there's definitely a lot of smoke.
They did provide us with our smoke machine, I might add.
Is it like your cigarettes? Because they smell funny and make me giggle.
They do. They sure do.
Heavy Metal working the side headlock. Knight levering him off the ropes. And a drop toe hold.
Knight taking it back to the mat.
Oh! And Heavy Metal counters.
And a nip up by Heavy Metal into a deep arm drag takedown back to the mat.
And now it's Knight's turn to be looking on as Heavy Metal shows off a little.
The fans here love it. Especially the boys from Face First, one of Edmonton's finest independent bands, going to be performing here later tonight. Really into Heavy Metal and his character.
That's right. And both men so far going back and forth match. The only difference if you're scoring it on points is Heavy Metal in the head for that air guitar. Whoops, knuckle lock broken up by Knight, and he turns it into a wrist lock. Now turning it into a key lock. Knight showing all the various flavors of ways to tear your arm apart. Now backing into the corner, referee trying to make a clean break. And Knight surprisingly does so. Oops, spoke too soon, but Heavy Metal saw that one coming. And there, clothesline right off the second turnbuckle. Quick cover and we could have a new champion. No. I guess you're not going to put away Knight that easily. And folks, we got to talk about these two finishing moves. Heavy Metal, the master of something called the Metal Meltdown. Knight has that double arm DDT, originally developed by Kenta Kobashi in Japan, that he calls the Nightmare. And that's one nightmare. Oh, man. I'll get back to that, but for now, watch the count. Knight's slithering out of that one.
Metal Meltdown.
It's a nice little move.
Knight into the bread basket.
Knight off the ropes. Heavy Metal saw him coming. Hurricane Runner. Oh, Black Diamond. And there's that face buster. That one's over. No.
Hooks the leg, but not enough.
As we look at the replay.
Vintage Heavy Metal. Classic Heavy Metal, the Black Diamond facebuster, and there you see the setup, the Metal Meltdown, coming right at you in 3D. No! Knight levers out of it, and Oh!
Another one for the replay.
Heavy Metal dropping him on the vertebrae. Knight thought he had it countered. Heavy Metal said, oh yeah, check this out.
That's the C7 and C6 that will need adjusted after that maneuver, I believe.
Well, I'm glad someone was paying attention in anatomy class.
Lucky we have a chiropractor in attendance here. He comes to all our shows.
Heavy Metal, I think, might have pulled his hamstring, hitting the ropes there. And this could be it. Knight with the spinning back elbow.
Do we get a replay on that?
Would you stop calling for replays for every Oh, sure. How come Ripper always gets his way?
I love the replays.
That's because you're not watching the first time. All of a sudden, things have turned around. Knight all over Heavy Metal. But not in a disgusting way, in a torturing way.
You are right, though. Lucky I got those replays. I wouldn't really know what happened there. It happened so fast with these guys. You blink an eye, you bat an eyelash, and you miss it.
And I don't like this out of Knight, reminding everyone that the concession stand is opening with his hot dogging.
Knight setting him up. Oh!
These guys got to have their own highlight reel.
Knight again working the neck of Heavy Metal again, setting him up.
And as we look at the replay on that.
Would you stop? No, not this time, okay? 1, 2.
I think if the Ripper had it his way, this entire match would be in slow motion and then a replay.
Well, you gave me an idea earlier. Maybe that'll be.
That's how he watches these things.
The replays.
Too much, but two guys with pipes, I think. And Heavy Metal does not want to ride the nightmare at the hands of Knight. Oh, boot to the face.
I love it.
And Knight gets so much sting on those kicks. Like that one. And Heavy Metal in some real trouble here.
Occupying the low rentals in the turnbuckle area.
And Knight may not be the heaviest person in the junior heavyweight division, but he knows how to use the weight he does have. He uses sheer velocity.
And when you're draped across that lower turnbuckle, it just amplifies everything that comes down on top of you.
Absolutely, wrestling physics from Yukon Jack. And there is no way to go when you're cornered in that turnbuckle.
We've got to take a break, folks. We'll be right back with more Monster Pro Wrestling.
Knight with Heavy Metal in the corner. Heavy Metal turning it around. Heavy Metal running on adrenaline. Knight saying, come on, bring it on. Knight might want to change his mind on that one.
That's got a sting.
Knight shedding his skin like a proverbial python.
Exactly. Oh! Knight with a chop of his own. Heavy Metal say, try again. And this has turned into a test of machismo. I think what you want to be doing here is trying to win the match, not engaging in a peeing contest. But those chops will take their toll after a while.
Both of these guys are going to feel this tomorrow.
This has sure been the night of chops.
And Heavy Metal setting him up. And Knight with the kick. Knight with another kick. And a third. And Knight decided he's had enough of this game. It's a spinning kick to the jaw.
And he blocked all those kicks with his face.
Heavy Metal goes down. And I thought that was nearly it for the challenger.
These guys got a vendetta. They got a hate going on for each other.
Well, Knight and Heavy Metal haven't really clashed a lot in Monster Pro Wrestling, at least not in recent history.
Listen, you can't throw 15 chops across a guy's chest and feel good about it. If there wasn't bad blood before, there is after this match.
Well, they've certainly gotten to know each other a bit better over the course of this one. And what's Knight doing?
And Heavy Metal banging his head like an 80s rocker.
It's mental health that'll drive you mad.
Stay quiet.
And Knight pulls the hair. Knight not going to take it anymore. And Heavy Metal face first in the turnbuckle. And Knight foot first into Heavy Metal.
What's he doing? Reaching into his jacket?
If I was the referee, that might make me curious.
Referee's John at Heavy Metal. Meanwhile, Knight's digging into his pockets.
I love it.
You would.
Oh, no. Looks like he had a few extra chops in his pockets.
Nice. Look at how purple his chest is now.
Well, if he pulls out anything but his middle finger, I'll be quite disappointed. Hey, 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 hey!
He's got him tied to that bottom rope.
Come on, referee.
Awesome.
The ball and chain, just like you're married to, Art.
Oh, no! Using the referee. Disqualification. That's a disqualification.
On that.
Me too. I want to see a disqualification on that. That's ludicrous. That's ridiculous.
That's brilliant. That's
intolerable.
And Heavy Metal still tied up in those ropes. Is he going?
Oh, here it goes again.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh!
Knight out over the top rope.
Like a bag of
Do
antlers.
we get a replay?
That I agree with you on. I want to see that again.
Actually, I'd like to see that one also.
I've got to see that again.
Knight hit hard and poetic
There is
justice.
no give in that cement here at the Hangars at Kingsway.
Turning point of the match. This might not be the end of just be the end of Knight's championship. It might be the end of his career. And Heavy Metal has decided to try a little death from above.
Oh, he got caught.
Right into the unsafety rails, I think.
And he's
This
down.
one's
He's
spilled to
hurt.
the outside.
Heavy Metal's air guitar all of a sudden is looking a little more acoustic and amplified.
What's going to happen here? It never looks good when these guys go to the outside, especially Knight. He's got 1,000 ways.
Knight springboard and using the leg
Springboard over the top, slingshot.
into the guillotine leg drop.
How many replays are these guys going to give us?
I think you've used your quota, but that one's definitely worth seeing again. Fans are on their feet. I can't even see the action from here. 500 strong crowding us.
I'd have to say Knight is
Standing room only.
right now.
And you know, like them or not, these MPW fans showing their respect for Knight.
Well,
You can't put your body on the line like that and not earn the respect of these 500 plus.
You can't help but cheer for the guy. You really can't.
well, you know, I don't think I really have to cheer for him, and I don't think I will.
Well, now you know why I respect the kid so much. He's doing
Heavy Metal back in the ring. And remember, Heavy Metal has to pin Knight. Knight
This has
doesn't have
gotta
to
be
beat. Cover by Knight.
Now, why at this stage of the game would you not hook a leg? You've hit him with a high impact move. You know he's blown out, he's tired. Hook that leg and that's a 3 count.
And I think Heavy Metal just wants to get this one over with. I think he thought he had that match won.
Knight slowing him down. He's got
Trying to put
that.
him to sleep. Knight also trying to get some breather for himself. And this is part of that strategy we talked about, Yukon Jack. You apply the hold. You apply a hold that takes a lot of energy for your opponent to fight out of, but takes almost no energy for you to maintain. But Heavy Metal is fighting out of it.
I think Heavy Metal is starting to feel like one of the victims in the Bears' toughest contest.
I think Heavy Metal just got his back broken in twain.
He's going to know the meaning of pain by the end of tonight.
And you know, at what point, Ripper, at what point, Yukon Jack, do you have to think of just staying down and living to fight for another day?
Well, you know,
especially when you've got your whole career ahead of you.
But you've got that strap on the line. The belt is on the line, and both of these young men focused on that. That's the prize. That's what they're concerned about. They're not worrying about tomorrow. They're worrying about this match and that belt.
Well, you're not going to get no good matches tomorrow. You tap out today. We're not going to watch you at Monster Pro. We don't have one quitter here, except for you.
You've got a point there.
No, Ripper. There's a difference between a quitter and a loser.
Yeah, well, he wears a shirt that says...
Hey, springboard! Oh, and Heavy Metal, I think, caught him coming in.
Oh, did we get a replay
Both
on
men
that?
got clipped.
I really did miss
You
that
weren't watching. Boy, you missed a beaut.
And these fans
And now you
solidly
made me
behind
miss the
Heavy
replay.
Metal.
And they sure are. And you talked about a junior heavyweight championship on the line. Bobby Sharp elevated that title to mean so much. It means so much for Heavy Metal to hold it. Knight trying to drag it through the slime. But Heavy Metal about to take it back. And he may just take it back tonight. Come on, Heavy Metal. I mean, objectively speaking, that was a heck of a kick to the head. And this one's it. New champion. New champion.
It's 3.
Oh.
No, it's not.
2 and a miss.
Heavy Metal's got a finishing up. I might start looking for the meltdown here. Heavy Metal picking up. I think that's what he's going to do. Oh!
Tilt-a-whirl into the Huseman driver.
I don't even got to say it. Cameraman's going for a replay on his own.
That's right. That's right. Tilt-a-whirl into the Chinese driver by Heavy Metal. and Knight goes to the eyes. And both men are out on their feet here. Oh, wait a minute, Heavy Metal's got him caught! Oh!
Slam over the top rope. And Heavy Metal.
And listen to this crowd! Listen to this ovation for Heavy Metal! What a match this has been!
Heavy
And
Metal.
Ripper, I will say it for you. Let's see that one again.
About time you got with the program around here.
Mama, don't let your babies grow up to be Heavy Metal. And Heavy Metal's going up again.
He can't get it.
Fans on their feet, down!
High cross body. He caught him with all of that, but both men are down and hurt.
Referee giving a lot of leeway here.
This is the kind of action that we give you at Monster Pro Wrestling.
What a match, what a show. Thank you for joining us here
On Monster Pro Wrestling Madness.
Heavy Metal enough to get him back into the ring. Knight.
Well, he has to. Heavy Metal has to pin Knight. Knight doesn't have to pin Heavy Metal. Championship on the line, and I think we've got a new one.
No, not enough. What is it going to take to keep this young man's shoulders on the mat for 3 seconds?
And I hate to say it, but you have to give credit to both men, Knight as well, Heavy Metal as well. We haven't seen the Heat Seekers interfere, and Knight is showing he can just do quite well on his own. But the end might be near as Heavy Metal scales the heights.
But he's taking his time. He's taking his time getting up there. He doesn't have much gas left in the tank.
I don't think he has much choice. He can barely get up there.
The human body can only go through so much. Then you're going to
cutting
black
him off.
out.
This is,
Then you could pin him.
this is dangerous territory for Heavy. Uh-oh.
What's
You know-
happening here?
I don't know. I don't think I'm going to look.
Going for the Hurricanrana, but he's dropped on the top rope right across the throat of Knight. And Heavy Metal.
Slippery, that top rope, and Knight hit the rope.
And I don't even know if he did that on purpose or what. Heavy
Oh,
Metal.
look at the
dropped
smile
the
on
rope.
Knight's face. He knew exactly what he was doing. And again, that's instinct. That's fumes. That's just hours and hours in the ring telling you to do that.
The mark of a champion.
Well, we'll see.
Look
Uh-oh.
at this. These guys
Like
want to
something's
highlight
up.
it.
No!
Oh, no, I got to call a replay. I'm sorry.
Let's just watch the whole damn match again, because seriously, this is amazing, folks.
A top rope hip toss from Heavy Metal. And is that going to be enough? Metal trying to rally behind these metalheads in the audience.
Metal on his face. Here we go. Metal meltdown. Spinning him around. He's got it. He's got it.
We've got a new champion. All he's got to do is cover him.
The cover is academic, folks. All Heavy Metal has to do is pin him.
He's got his
Wait a minute.
Foot, yeah.
And how does that happen?
That's instinct.
And Heavy Metal can't believe what happens. He thought it was over. I thought it was over. And Heavy Metal saying, how about one more?
We've seen this going to the well one too many times, just like
Well, I
Baby
don't think
Jessica
Knight's got to
back
be
in
out on his feet.
1982.
You can't. I mean, there's no way Knight can, after hitting the Metal Meltdown once, he's not going to. Wait a minute, he did. No! Nightmare!
That's it,
And he
center of
turns
the
it
ring.
over. And that'll do it.
Over. And Knight.
Knight's still the champion, and I'm trying to think of something bad to say about him, but honestly, this was a phenomenal match. You wanted to see a replay, Ripper?
Why don't
What
we
the
let
heck?
the replays do the talking for this match? What can we say, fans?
Why
Check
don't we-
out this action.
why don't we
This
just-
is unreal.
Why don't we just start the whole thing over? Knight's still the junior heavyweight champion, but what a match from both men. This is definitely going on my best of compilation.
That's one you're going to wish that you had your VCR rolling for, your TiVo rolling for, your Beta rolling for, because you can watch that top to bottom again and again and again. That's just intense, high-paced action from these two young men in the ring in Monster Pro Wrestling.
You know what? It's lucky Yukon's here. I'm going to let him carry the microphone. I got to go take care of some business. I'll be right back. Lucky there's a professional here.
Hey. Time to pay the bills. We'll return to action in just a few moments on Monster Pro Wrestling Madness.
The following program contains scenes with extreme violence, some coarse language, and material that is intended for an adult audience only. Viewer discretion is strongly advised.
Some people say history is written in books. For others, it's written in stone. But for Massive Damage and Darren the Bomb Dalton, their history is written in blood. It started when Dalton's interference cost Massive Damage and his partner Chi Chi Cruz the tag team titles. From there, things only escalated. The first blood match, as there you see it, Air Massive coming in for a landing on the American Patriots, possibly one of the most unforgettable moments in MPW history. Just a couple weeks later, they took part in that gruesome dog collar match. Look at the blood pouring out of Darren the Bomb Dalton right there. And now it's come to this, at last. Massive Damage, Darren the Bomb Dalton, in a ring surrounded on all sides by razor-sharp barbed wire. Who's going to be the champion? That's not the question. The question is, who's going to come out of this still standing?
I'm a little nervous. I've got that queasy, uneasy feeling, like when your uncle would come over, Marshall. In the pit of my stomach.
Well, definitely I'm not feeling too good right now myself. But folks, I'm a broadcast journalist. I'm a professional. I'm going to stay with this match to the end, and here comes Darren the Bomb Dalton now.
Oh, I couldn't get any more excited. Every time I watch a barbed wire match, I get an erection.
What?
I love it. I love the violence level here at Monster Pro.
Darren the Bomb Dalton, see his wrists taped up, his face covered with that bandana. Head shaved, he looks ready for bear, he looks ready for blood, and he'd better be ready if he's going to face the Monster Pro Wrestling Champion, Massive Damage, right here tonight on New Blood.
And Massive Damage, no stranger to blood. It seems like every time I see that man get in the ring, somebody's bleeding, whether it's him, whether it's his opponent, but you can guarantee tonight, both of these guys are going to be given a little color.
Absolutely. Massive Damage, one of the toughest men in wrestling. You can check that out on his Massive Damage DVD at www.monsterprowrestling.com. See some of the matches he had with Leatherface, among others. He is no stranger to hardcore, but even this, well, this is dangerous territory. For the first time in Alberta, a barbed wire match, and it's for the greatest prize of all, the Monster Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Well, it's not going to be long until there's some meat hanging off that barbed wire.
And here he comes, Massive Damage, the Monster Pro Wrestling Champion. He won that title back at Madness, and he's defended it ever since. But tonight, will this be the end of the line? And folks, you know what? This is the first time in recent history that I've thought that the title is almost an afterthought to this match. If these men escape with their skin, I'll be happy.
We might not even have a champion after this.
Absolutely. Are you going to be, even if you win this match, are you going to be in any shape to defend the title?
There's going to be one winner, but there's going to be two losers in a match like this.
Well said, Yukon Jack. Well said.
A bit of a philosopher fist tonight.
Well, it's nice to have someone here.
Was that a shot at me? Didn't I tell you to keep it up? This show's almost over. You're lucky I'm about to watch a fight. You know what? There's
Folks,
no rest for the wicked.
Quiet, listen to the chant. You can hear the chant. MPW, 500 strong, chanting for Monster Pro Wrestling. This is what it's all about. This is what we're here for. This is what the other wrestlers are here for. Folks, we're so glad you could be here tonight. Thank you for supporting us. Let's get this match on the way as the referee holds it high. The Monster Pro Wrestling Heavyweight title.
All eyes on the prize. The boys in the back peeking behind the curtain. You can bet they're going to want to watch this, find out what happens.
That's what we call a locker room sellout. Every guy in the back is watching this match.
Everybody's watching this match with anticipation and with quite a great deal of concern as well.
There ain't an empty seat in the house. This place is jammed.
Massive Damage and Darren the Bomb Dalton meeting in the ring. A shoving's already starting. The mind game starting, but quickly turning into a slugfest here. Massive Damage, Darren the Bomb Dalton exchanging pleasantries in the middle of the ring.
And you can hear a pin drop in here now.
It's kind of a nervous,
but it's a nervous anticipation, and they're screaming for the blood already. And Darren the Bomb Dalton quickly to block that one, trying to keep his face away from the barbed wire.
Definitely a nervous energy inside the hangar here on Kingsway Avenue. All 500 of these folks not quite sure what to make of this match.
For sure. I'm not quite sure what to make of it. Again, Massive Damage wasting no time to as you hear the fans chanting, "We want blood, we want blood." And Darren the Bomb Dalton and Massive Damage endeavoring to give them just that.
Well,
and
if
Massive
you want
Damage
blood,
staggering close.
You got it. Look at this.
And now the bomb trying to rake Massive Damage. I think he's in it. I think he's in the barbed wire.
No, Massive using those ropes as leverage.
Right here.
Massive trying to fight his way away. Way away. And now clubbing down with those forearms. Not a lot of science. You won't see them running the ropes a lot tonight. It's just weaken your opponent enough and then rake him across those strands of razor-sharp, four-pronged barbed wire.
Cut him and bleed him and drain the energy right out of him.
Ew. Now you're grossing me out.
Somebody could get gutted.
And look at the way these two are fighting this match. Neither of them want to get close to that barbed wire. You can see it in their set of their feet. They're just... Half of this match is a defensive struggle. Trying to keep yourself away from the strands. You won't see as many high-risk moves. You're just going to see a lot of punching, a lot of kicking, and a lot of blood.
Here we go.
And there we are.
About time.
In the corner.
Hey, this is the wrong one.
Headbutt by Massive Damage. You better not be... Chops by Massive Damage. And Darren the Bomb Dalton was in the corner. I think he got poked by the barbed wire.
He got just a little snippet of that barbed wire.
Look at the expression on Dalton's face. I think he's just now realizing what he's gotten himself into, but he doesn't have time to realize it for long. As Massive Damage right back on top of him, scooping him up, getting a good look.
Look at the power by Massive. That's not a little man that he's throwing around in there.
No way. And a 2 count.
Dalton's got to be pushing 300.
Massive goes for the cover there.
I think the fingers are bleeding already on Massive. Good thing this ain't a first blood match.
For certain. And oh, here we go. No.
Look at this. The Bomb's got a handful of barbed wire.
I can barely look. Darren the Bomb Dalton with those taped up hands trying to fight away from those razor sharp strands.
Ah, see?
And I think
he had
Dalton
to
cut
unhook himself from there.
You can guarantee, though, that's going to be about the equivalent of a paper cut by the time this match is said and done.
Absolutely. Their hands are already starting to bleed, already cut up. Folks, you couldn't pay me $1 million to have this kind of a match. And so far, this is a street fight.
And I still can't believe you would sink to that level to actually mess with a man's microphone. There's just certain things you don't do.
You know what? Here,
look at this.
Ripper.
Dalton into the corner. Here comes Massive. No!
Oh, is he got it?
Oh!
I think he took it in the mouth. He got a mouthful of barbed wire.
There you go. I'm back online. Told you couldn't hold me down for long.
I don't want to see. It's Darren the Bomb Dalton now with Massive Damage into the barbed wire.
Oh my God!
Massive Damage on the mat. He's clutching at his face.
This could be messy.
This crowd wants blood, and boy, oh boy, if that's what you want, you came to the right place. One of the most bloodthirsty matches, not just in Monster Pro Wrestling, but in the world.
I still want to see the replay on that. I've got to see it. Here we go.
Massive has been busted open.
Massive is bleeding.
He took that second turnbuckle square in the face, and his forehead has been cut open, lacerated.
And this, unfortunately, looks like it could be only the beginning, as Darren the Bomb Dalton, like a shark sensing blood, is going right after that wound, trying to open it up even more, and then sending him into the barbed wires again.
Oh, nothing good is going to come of this.
Hey, that's my line.
Nothing good is going to come of this.
All right, now you're both getting on my nerves. It's the main event. Enough of this friendly banter. Men's lives are at stake here.
There's a little union.
Look at the blood.
Right here with me.
Look at the blood. Running down the face of Massive Damage.
Oh, and he's just raking that barbed wire across his face.
And Darren the Bomb
oh my
is
God.
not done yet.
Darren the Bomb firmly in control.
He's licking it. He's tasting Massive Damage's blood.
Sick freak.
He just gave himself a new tongue piercing right there.
Oh man.
He wanted one of those. He could have went to Big Daddy's.
And the Bomb drops the elbow. Cover.
Hooks the leg.
But still not enough.
And correct me if I'm wrong, martial art, but the way this match ends is the same as regular Monster Pro Wrestling rules.
Absolutely, it's a 3 count to a pin.
Or submission.
That's absolutely correct. Or a referee's stoppage, which could very, very well be the case.
Oh, and he's got to watch that soft tissue under the arms in that armpit area. There's a lot of veins, a lot of tendons. You could do some damage here.
You really got to be worried. Massive Damage on his website, he says, what doesn't kill you makes you more insane. Well, if Massive Damage survives this, he's going to be bughouse crazy.
Well, whatever doesn't kill you in Monster Pro just messes you up really bad.
That's another way of putting it, as Darren the Bomb goes for another cover.
I don't know that the 500 people in attendance here tonight are going to be the same after witnessing this massacre.
They're just in awe. No one here has nothing to say now.
If there's anybody with post-traumatic stress disorder counseling, you might want to get their number ready and pass out their business cards.
Post-traumatic what?
Don't worry about it. Psych 101. And here we go, Massive Damage trying to fight back, but the Bomb DDTs him.
Oh, and I want to look at the replay on that.
Implant DDT right to the mat, and again, and notice Darren the Bomb Dalton going for a cover yet again, wasting no time going for those covers. He doesn't want to take any chances of him going into that barbed wire.
And the Bomb firmly in control.
This crowd in a bit of a
Bomb exploding into
cover.
action. Well,
definitely a nervous energy in this building at this moment.
for sure. And they just know that this is so far only the beginning of this match.
They know it's going to get worse. That's just what's going to happen.
Well, look at Massive Damage's face. How much worse is going to get?
The Bomb takes a little
And the Fire's in the corner.
Oh, even the simplest of moves just becomes devastating in a barbed wire match.
And you absolutely said it, Ripper. You absolutely said it. There's nothing you can take for granted. You can't do a shoulder block off the ropes. You can't even run the ropes without taking yourself at risk. And what is Massive Damage doing now?
He's cutting them open.
He's
Look at a
ripping
close-up.
them apart.
And this type of
Now
match.
we're seeing blood on the face, or blood on the arms, blood on the flesh of Darren the Bomb Dalton, who has to go to the eyes. And he's setting up for another DDT. No, suplex perhaps. Snaps him right over.
Textbook vertical suplex by Darren Dalton. And the Manitoba contingency in the building, very, very vocal in their support of the Bomb.
Do they ever have a strong following around here? These guys will drive 17 hours to watch a barbed wire match. I respect that.
And Darren the Bomb Dalton dropping those bombs, if you will, on the head of Massive Damage. Massive Damage, I don't even know if he's on his hands and knees now, so I guess he's conscious, but will he be much longer?
You can't lose
bombs
that
like
much.
that keep landing on the temple of Massive Damage.
Didn't you call him Darren the Blood?
Dalton dropping the knee, could very well be. After this, he may get a brand new nickname. Lateral press. Oh, just a 2 count.
Can you smell that copper smell in the air? That's blood.
It is, and how much strength is Massive Damage expending here, kicking out of those multiple covers. Darren the Bomb Dalton setting him up. Death Valley Driver, yes! We've seen that before.
That we go to the Ripper replay.
He has ended matches with that one. Will he end this one here tonight? No! Folks, we have to go to commercial. We'll be right back. Just about had a new champion, and Darren the Bomb Dalton can't believe we don't.
You're not going to keep Massive Damage down, not with the gold on the line, not with the fans in attendance.
Well,
wanting
he's
to
just
see
been
more
knocked
blood.
down twice more. Dalton with those clotheslines.
He is definitely slowing down.
Dalton over his lead, but wait a minute! Uranagi! Signature move by Massive Damage. He usually uses that as a setup for the spear.
But it looks as though he's hurt his right arm.
Look at the blood coming out of the fingers of Massive. He's got
Massive's
blood
slow to
coming out
get up.
everywhere.
And does he even want to attempt that spear here tonight when there's so much danger of going head first with those wires? We saw him go through a table back in that first blood match. We saw him go to a trash can in a tag team match at Massacre. And now he's choking Darren the Bomb Dalton.
He's going to strangle him out with that shirt.
Choking him out with the shirt, choking him out with the barbed wire. Massive Damage getting a second win. Massive Damage asking if we want to see some blood.
Oh no!
Oh no!
This is going to do it here, folks. This is going to cut the Bomb
And
open.
there's nowhere for Darren the Bomb Dalton
Who's
to
this at
go.
ringside?
Wait, what's going on?
You got him
Look at
here.
Steve Rivers is at ringside. The
Lucky he
Patriots.
tied that tourniquet around his neck.
Wait a minute. Steve Rivers trying to find a way into the ring. He's a little slow at, wait, who's he got?
Who is this now?
Is that Final Chapter?
What's he doing back here?
He's got some kind of protective suit on.
Massive cut himself open, attacking him.
He's Randy Rexstad. And what could be happening?
He's out of control here.
Look at this. This monster's going to hurt one of
We
these
haven't seen
fans.
Final Chapter here. He's got the guardrail. I don't know what's Darren the Bomb, but all bleeding. There's action going on everywhere.
He's taking the guys off their medication.
Final Chapter's tearing apart the hanger. Somebody needs to lock him up.
Maybe that's the commissioner's job. Meanwhile, inside the ring, Massive Damage giving some punishment. You see the blood on the face of Darren Dalton. Steve Rivers and Final Chapter retreating. And now Massive Damage whipping to the far side. And wait a minute.
I wonder how many stitches these guys are going to need tonight.
I haven't seen this much blood since Martial Art fell on his elbow while he was picking his nose.
Ow. That really hurt. And a clothesline by the Massive One. The Super Beast goes for the cover.
Oh, 2 and a miss.
And Darren the Bomb Dalton, no slouch, not afraid of his own blood.
Look at the blood on the face of the Bomb.
Both men soaked in crimson. And wait a minute, what's Massive going to do? Hip toss to the Bomb.
Oh no!
That's just savagery.
The Bomb is a bloody mess.
So basic a move.
Let's
so
check out
devastating
the replay.
result. And oh,
look at
blood
that
just flowing like a faucet. Look
Here
at the
goes
face and
again.
chest of Darren the Bomb Dalton.
Look at the blood on the back of the Bomb.
The Bomb's back is going to look like Brian Adams' face by the time this match is over. Pitted, pocked, like a front street in the springtime. It's full of holes. You can eat a bowl of cereal out of his back right now.
Oh. Darren the Bomb Dalton springing leaks here. And oh man, I don't know what to say. And we're setting up Death Valley Driver.
Look at this.
Massive Damage, perhaps with a little payback from the one earlier.
Massive's got him.
Both the jaws, and he hits it.
Oh! The blood just flying. This crowd is getting soaked in blood. Let's check out the replay.
And there you see it, folks. If you want to compare it to the Death Valley Driver earlier, try and see which one's more devastating. Be my guest. Either way, I wouldn't want to be on the end of either one of them.
Any way you slice it.
He's cut. It's not just his face, his arms, his back. He's cut bad. He's lost an awful lot of blood. It's got to be slowing him down.
Both men lost an awful lot of blood as Massive goes for the cover. Please, God, let it be over, but it's not.
Well, I bet you dollars to donuts either. These guys are going to make it to the after party. They're going to be getting stitched up.
I just want this to be over. If I'm the referee, I'm thinking to stop it. What's he doing? Referee, you got to stop this. This has got to be a no contest.
Massive's trying to tie him up.
Oh no!
Oh, Massive Damage laying some chop.
Cut in the back.
Flesh being ripped, muscle being torn.
Blood
No,
everywhere.
he's
No.
not.
Oh no!
No!
Somebody
His
get.
throat right open.
Oh no! As we go to the Ripper replay.
He's been cut in half.
The chance just said it all. Massive Damage, just about decapitated.
These fans, martial art is speechless. I still got a lot to say. I love barbed wire matches. This ain't my first barbecue. You stick around martial arts, your skin will get a little thicker. You'll be able to call this match and hang with a true professional like the Versace Biker and Yukon Jack.
This is too much for me, Ripper.
This isn't even too much for Yukon.
It's too much for me.
It is.
I'm just getting warmed
Where are
up.
the paramedics? Darren the Bomb Dalton climbing onto the top turnbuckle.
Who goes to the top in a barbed wire match?
You know what I'll be doing? Come on.
This is unbelievable. Oh, the Bomb. He's sitting on that barbed wire. You gotta bet there's some soft tissue in there.
This is just sick. You can't. Somebody's got to stop this.
What if one of those family jewels gets snagged up?
This is beyond the match now. I don't. Wait a minute. Massive Damage going for the super.
He's gonna have a new body piercing he never even thought of.
Just get him off the wire.
Oh,
That's all I can do.
Oh, and look at the blood flow from the Bomb as we go to the replay.
It looks as though these two men have been peppered with machine gun fire.
Absolutely.
It looks like a paintball game gone wrong.
This is just sick. Massive Damage going for the cover.
This is
Come on, stay down.
Title's on the line.
Title or no title, this is just too much.
Oh, now 2 and a miss.
I can't believe he's got enough left to kick out.
I know, when you think the loss of blood slowing both men down.
There are
Fatigue
women in
slowing
the
both
audience
men down.
covering their eyes. There are children crying in the audience.
We got martial art crying at the announce table.
Jawbreaker by Dalton, setting him up.
Look at this.
Oh no.
Oh no, he's not. Not Snake. No, he's not.
Oh, that was so close.
That's got to be it.
Look at this.
He put his foot on the barbed wire.
We got to see the replay on both of those moves.
Massive Damage.
Massive
Sacrificing his
cut up.
body. And wait a minute.
Oh, Darren the Bomb sliced slicing him open with that barbed wire.
And Massive Damage bleeding from every orifice, every pore.
These two have put on the bloodiest matches I have ever seen. I got to admit that.
I can't
Look
believe
at this
them.
again. He's looking for
Massive
the
Damage trying to reversal.
fighting his way out of it.
He's got him up.
Big reversal.
What are we gonna see here?
Tombstone
falls over.
That's gotta be
Massive
Eddie
falls across him. 1, 2, 3.
Massive Damage retains the title as we go to the replay. Wow.
What a match, folks. Massive Damage.
We need a medic out here. I know we've
And
got
all
a
I can
doctor
say
in the
is,
back.
we do, absolutely. And all I can see is, thank God this is over.
We got to get some help to ringside for these guys. Where's that medic?
Can we get a doctor out here?
This is ridiculous.
You guys in the back in that truck in here. Let's get the medical attendants out here.
And still Monster Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion,
Massive Damage retains the Monster Pro Wrestling title, but at what cost to himself? Folks, thank you for joining us here at New Blood. And he's proved it once again. He is the massive one. He is the super beast.
And he's running just on adrenaline. He could sign some autographs in blood right now.
Leave your Sharpies at home, kids. Masses just needs his finger and his forehead.
No rest for the wicked at Monster Pro Wrestling.
What a show. What a night. New Blood, aptly named. Folks, thank you for joining us. On behalf of everyone here, I'm Marshall Art McNeil, joined by Yukon Jack, and of course, the Versace Biker, the Ripper. Check us out at www.monsterprowrestling.com as we take one more look at Massive Damage. We'll see you next time.
Free Todd James.